Whew. All right, folks. Well, this was a good one. So, strap in, put your seatbelt on, because we're going to get into this review of this highly anticipated multi-part documentary that's dropping on Apple TV Plus very soon. So let's start this review right now. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. As I said, we're going to be reviewing this multi-part documentary series that's dropping on Apple TV Plus May 21st from the creators and executive producers Oprah Winfrey and Prince Harry. It is titled The Me You Can't See. This is a 3-part, hour-long, mini multi-part documentary series. Now, I have only seen 3 episodes. And that's all I was provided. And I don't see any indication as to if there's more. Because even the final episode kind of just left off as like, boom. I guess I was looking for some type of like wrap up of everything. But it just kind of was like, that was the story to the conclusion that ended. So I'm just going to premise that if there is more than 3 episodes, then I haven't seen it. But for the 3 I have seen, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I enjoyed this more than I would have believed. First off, let me before I get into what this is about. Prince Harry is someone who is larger than life, and the whole world followed his movements of him getting married and ultimately where he was going to live at, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I wasn't really into that, to be honest. So I knew who he was. I was just like, okay, cool, that guy. Oprah Winfrey, icon. And anything she has really put out, any type of material content that she's recently put out, especially with Apple TV Plus, she can't miss. And it never seems to let me down. This one completely amazed me as well. But when I saw this, before I actually saw the trailer, before I actually watched it, when I just saw the promotional poster, I was like, Prince Harry and Oprah, like, what are they doing together? Like, that's like an unlikely combo. But watching this, I have gained so much appreciation for him, and it totally makes sense why they're together in this. And this documentary highlights mental health. Now, mental health and like just emotional well-being. But while you start to talk about mental health, there's really not a big avenue out there. When you start mentioning mental health, people start saying crazy, or they lost it, or they're unwired, all sorts of different things that really it's not just. So the idea that you have people from all different walks of life, all different statues and backgrounds. Prince Harry, who is royalty. Oprah, who is one of the biggest icons and celebrities ever, talking and opening up about their struggles. And then you have normal people. You have people, other people speaking about their struggles, and other families speaking about their struggles as well. So all different people from all different walks of life, all over the globe, and like we're transcending culture and age, gender, all of that, for everybody to come together to talk about this really important crisis in mental health. And what this documentary does is that not only we get testimony and stories from all these different people, but they're so honest about it. They talk about their struggles and with so much emotion, super heartfelt. They talk about their struggles, whether it's past, current, their entire timeline of things, how they cope with it, how bad it's been for them at times, and just just how they continue to push on. And I mean, just to kind of lay this out pretty flat for you all, again, you got Prince Harry, who speaks about his past, losing his mom at 14, and just the demand of being royalty, and how he had to kind of just play the part, and how he really never had time to really gather what was happening with him and why he was having and feeling the way he was. And again, after losing his mom in the fashion that he lost his mom, and how he started to see parallels with that, and how it started to affect him currently, his relationship with Meghan, his decision to move to the States, Meghan dealing with her issues. He brings it all to the table and lays it all out, that despite him being royalty and all this other stuff, he deals with realistic, normal human things as well. Oprah, who has used her platform for years to highlight mental health, continues to share and opens up about her experiences and challenges and how it still affects her to this day. And we get to hear from, you know, some of her really life-changing points into the really coping with the struggles that she's been through. You have an Olympic boxer who has an extreme case of OCD. You have Lady Gaga, who opens up very honest about her sexual assault situation that she had and how that ultimately has really caused a chain of different mental issues for her and how she still continues to work through it. You have NBA player and star DeMar DeRozan, who put out a tweet saying that his depression was kicking his butt, and he went to bed and he woke up the next day and how everything changed for him. How his one tweet opened up a lot of conversations and change and influence for the world around him. You have a young, inspiring, well, he is a chef, a young African-American male chef who speaks about how he wears a mask in public, but really internally is struggling with things, which I resonate with him in so much of the things he said about being African-American and how it's not really deemed to talk about mental health yet or a therapist in our community, and how whenever you're struggling with things, you just kind of hide it because the moment you bring it up, all the slanders gets thrown at you, and it really doesn't help. And was really good to see him be in a very relatable stance with his testimony and story that I connected with like on a whole nother level. And who else? Oh, and then I got to mention, and there's a lot of other people too, but I'll end with this one saying that Zach Williams, somebody you may have never heard his name, but I'm sure you heard of his dad name. His dad, the iconic Robin Williams. And for me, Robin meant everything to my child. I was absolutely sad about it. But have you ever thought about what his son may have been going through when all this was going down? We get to hear from his son when he talks about his dad's death, when he talks about how similar they are and the struggles he have and how he struggles to be a dad and all these other things, and his relationship with his dad and so on. So like, it was like hearing him, man, that was really tough. And there's so many different people from all over the world talking about their struggles with mental health. With that being said, there's such a vast amount of information being provided in this that maybe you have to be like me. You have to take down notes, because a lot of this information that you're getting, you can really apply to your life. And for the folks who, may not be dealing with any type of mental health issues, you still can utilize a lot of this information, because I can bet you that someone around you is. And being able to be an ally and to bring awareness to mental health and to really normalize these conversations is a part of the fix going forward. And that's what it really is about, is this documentary lets others know about the misunderstanding of mental health, and also the realization that you're not alone. No matter where you may be in life, consider yourself the most successful or on the bottom of the plateau, whatever it may be, everybody may be struggling with something, and more people may be struggling with the same things you're struggling, and you don't even know it. And that's what this documentary did a really good job in too, is really normalizing it, opening up these really tough conversations, and really providing a lot of insight as to what others have struggled with, how they're coping with it, and resources to go forth. And it's such a really impactful yet emotional documentary. So, everybody should watch this. Come May 21st. It's 3 hours as far as I know, if it's only 3 parts, which again, I haven't seen any indication as to the number of parts, but by the listing of credits and who's involved with, it looks like I have watched it all, but just in case there is more, I'm just warranting that I've only seen 3. But for the 3, it was still absolutely amazing, impactful. I learned so much. I gained so much appreciation for people like Prince Harry, and I am equipped with more knowledge to really pass on and give forward to other people. And that's what documentaries are all about: education. And this one absolutely provides education in its most authentic and raw way, period. So definitely check this out. This is The Me You Can't See, again, by the creators Oprah Winfrey and Prince Harry, on on Apple TV Plus May 21st. Folks, check it out. Drop in the comments to let me know. And again, if anybody is struggling with any form of mental health issues, you know, you're not alone. And definitely take a look at this. See what you can gather from it. And hopefully it just helps you get by this day just a little bit easier. That being said, folks, thank you for watching. See you then. Big Gold Bell.